and welcome back to my channel. So I am so excited for this video. I know it has been long awaited, and that is my wrap up of 2017. I'm so excited to go through all of these journal pages with you guys. One of the best things about keeping a journal is getting to reflect on the past year and go through it and just think about all the things that you accomplished, all the things you did, all of the experiences you had, and I love that I get to do that with you guys. So I have here my 2017 journal all completed, and I kept my bullet journal in my recollections binder throughout this year, but I have some exciting changes for 2018 which I can't wait to show for you in another video. But this video is going to be all about the flip through. So I have my title page, Hello 2017. And then this year I had done a word of the year, which was to embrace. And I was trying to apply the idea of embracing in these areas of my life. And honestly, looking back at this, I think I did a pretty good job. On the other hand, my 2017 goals, I did not do the best job at. Some of them I completed and that was great, some of them not, and that's okay. So you'll see when I go through my 2018 spreads that I tried to be really realistic but still striving for my best in my 2018 goals. And then I did a little year in review. And then this, as always, is one of my favorite spreads, and that is my books spread that I read in a year. And I read 25 books this year, which was my goal. I wanted to hit at least 25. My max was 40, but that wasn't gonna happen. So 25, I did it, and I really enjoyed the books I read, and I always keep my top 5, and I'm gonna be doing another video on that. So stay tuned for some book recommendations. And then these are all of the movies I went to see this year. I saw 10 movies in theaters in total. And then these are all of the videos I made this year on YouTube. So I wanted to make at least 52. I made 36. So, not what I was hoping for, but like I said, I have a new camera and a new ring light, and so I just have such high hopes for 2018. I just can't wait to make new videos for you guys. And if you didn't check out my Christmas gifts haul, you should definitely go and look at that, because I talk all about the new things I got, including the camera and ring light. So I'll have those linked down below. These were just some daily to-do lists, my calendar for February. And so I kind of kept these parts separate from my journaling. And this was more of like the calendar planner side of my bullet journal. But you'll see in 2018 that I decided to set this up a little differently. So now we get into my journaling. And I went to see Beauty and the Beast at the Fulton Theater, and that was super fun. And then I just have some journaling spreads. I didn't do too much on these spreads in the way of like doodles, and I don't know, they were all just pretty simple because I got into the habit of printing out these planner pages that I would create and design for my Etsy shop, and that was really fun for the time being, and I enjoyed creating them. But in the end, I felt like it was too structured, and when I wanted to do something a little different for that page, I felt like I was boxed in to the design I had already created at the beginning of the month, which is definitely not the point of a bullet journal. So I decided to stop making these pages after a little while, but you'll see that I kept them going until I think June, and then July I switched over to a full-on bullet journal, do-it-all-yourself model. So here are some habit trackers. So I got back into doing that, and this is something I stopped doing towards the end of the year, and I really want to start doing a habit tracker again in 2018. I just found that without the habit tracker, I just let myself go in a lot of areas, and I didn't realize during the time that I had the habit tracker just how much it was helping me to stay accountable. And so I'm excited to bring that back. Here I just did really quick hand lettering. I wasn't even journaling that much. So like I said, these are kind of boring spreads, so I apologize. That's why I'm going through these ones pretty fast. I really didn't do much with these, and I kept it so simple and mostly just words and like a little bit of hand lettering. And then I have my March monthly. I really loved my March monthly. I actually included this in my best 9 on Instagram. So if you're interested in seeing that, you can follow me at the Scribbled Bookcase. And speaking of at the Scribbled Bookcase, I am planning on rebranding. I know some of you guys were a little against it when I first mentioned the idea of rebranding, but I just really feel now that this is the time to do it. And it's just really important to me that there is cohesion among all of my different platforms on social media and that I'm easily findable. And so I'm going to be doing that in the very near future, so definitely keep an eye out. Same great content. In fact, the content is only going to improve and it's going to broaden. So it's going to be the same great content, it's just going to be under a different name, so no worries there. And then I have this fun little Easter spread. This was really fun to do, all of the little additions. I love having little tip-ins and things that kind of pop off the page, so that's what all these are. Then I have some movie tickets, some of my April goals. And then I love this. This is one of those clear acetates that I used one of the stickers that I make my planner shakers out of on, just a little rain umbrella, and then I wrote "Don't Rain on My Parade" under it, so I really liked that page. And then there's some more just like plain journaling. You can see I didn't fill out that page, and that's gonna happen, guys. Sometimes there's gonna be pages where you just miss a day, and that just has to be okay. You have to give yourself grace in those moments. I love this little shaker too. This one's really pretty. It says "No rain, no flowers," and so I stuck it in right before May and after April. So if you want to take a look at that, so cute. I currently have my rose shaker still in the Etsy shop. This is what the rose shaker looks like. This one's a little bit different than the one in the shop, and it's bigger, but that kind of gives you an idea. And so these are in the shop if you're interested, and I always have my shop linked down below. But yeah, these are just so pretty, and they just really catch the light in a really neat way. It really looks like stained glass. So I love doing shakers. They're just such a fun little addition to your journal. And then I just have some more journaling. This is a photo I had taken on campus. We went kayaking that day, so I did a little kayak doodle. And then I got my Canon selfie, which I absolutely love, and I'll definitely do a video on the Canon selfie soon because I'm using it a lot more now in my journaling. And then here is my June setup, and you can see this was the last one that I had printed off and created digitally. And then this one is where I kind of like really started to add more color, and this is where I really started to journal in a more fun, artistic way rather than just writing what happened each day. And so I just really love this page. This is probably my favorite spread that I did of us rappelling and rock climbing in West Virginia. It just turned out so well, and I just love it so much. Then I went to Harrisburg to visit Ben. Once again, I printed out a photo from my Canon selfie. This cute little donut because my mom and I went to get donuts that day. And so I really love having embellishments like this because I know what happened that day without even reading the page. Like, I could sit here and read through it, and I love that, and I love the words, but I love having little doodles or stickers or something that represents that day in a visual way, so that just by looking at the page I know exactly what happened. Sorry, my dog keeps moving in the background, so hopefully that's not bothering you guys as much as it is bothering me. I'll try and edit some of it out. So here we go. This is when I started my new job. And I got my new puppy. And said bye-bye June. And now we get into July, where I started doing the spreads all by hand. So this one I did like with watercolors, and I used the Fine Tech Pearlescent Shimmer colors to do the water in the wave, and I just love the way that shimmers in the light. And my goals, habits, calendar spread, and then I did a little gratitude log using different doodles and hand lettering of things that happened that month. And then these pages are from when I went to Aruba, I love the way these turned out. These are some of my favorite pages for sure. And this is just a hand lettered page that I did on July 4th for Independence Day, and it turned out super well. I was really happy with that. And I have some hand lettering. Wrote Despacito because that was my favorite song this summer. It's just so much fun. So much fun to sing. You know, I didn't include this page in my top 9, but really I think this is top 9 for sure. I love this page so much. I went to a little wine tasting to get to know some of the girls in a wedding that I'm going to be a part of in September. So that was fun, and I used my Jelly Roll metallic pen, and so that just like picks up the light really cool too. And then I went to this really cool cafe in Harrisburg with Ben, and so I put the little sleeve in there, and this is a wedding that Ben and I went to. So I just have a little tip in there, and then these photos are actually tip-ins as well, and they kind of come out like that. And then I have some more journaling underneath them, so that was a really fun thing to do. And I actually have a journal with me video of this spread, so if you're interested, I will have that link down below so you can check it out. This spread is also what I really like. This was just a watercolor I had doodled, and I really liked it, so I just cut it out and stuck it in here. It doesn't have anything to do with this day, but I really like it. And that's something I'm starting to like learn more, is that it doesn't have to relate to exactly what happened that day. You can just put things down because they're pretty. And I struggled with that because I used to always feel like it has to relate exactly to what I'm talking about in the journaling, and I'm starting to let go of that mindset and to just have fun with it and just put things down that I think are pretty and bring me joy. I started doing favorites here, so I have my August favorites, a few things that I really liked that month. August and September are 2 months where I just kind of stopped journaling, which was really sad, but it happens. And so I don't have anything really for August. And then September, I just did this pretty watercolor of Pine Creek, which is a place where we went camping, Ben and I, and it was just such a nice time. And I sat by the creek and did this little watercolor with my Prima watercolors in the classic set. And I just like the way it turned out because it really captured just the vibrance of the place where we were. And then I did a little gratitude for September too. This is a really nice way to reflect on the month and journal about it if you miss some days. So if there is a month where I just didn't journal and I just didn't get to it during the day for whatever reason, I really like to sit down and do a wrap-up page of the month or a gratitude log of the month and think about things that I was really grateful for and just think about some of the highlights that happened during that time. So that way you still have the memories even if you didn't actually journal in full-on writing about each of the days. Then I have October, and so this was a fun little spread that I used some of my Studio Calico finds from my mega sale haul, and I have a video on that too if you want to check that out. And then I did my October favorites again, and then this page I really love. It's mostly writing except for these few little embellishments, and I just love 2 full pages just filled with gratitude and things I'm grateful for. It just looks so pretty. There's just something about pure words on a page that brings me joy. And then we have some memories made in October. So this is what I was talking about before, about just wrapping up the month with some major moments. Since I didn't journal a whole ton in this month either, I just did this little journaling entry, which I also have a journal with me video on for this, and then this page that I did here in the back as well. There's a little journal with me of that, and those 2 pages are in the same video. And then we go into November, which ends there because I didn't do any journaling in November at all. Like I said, I just started getting really bad at the end of this year. I don't have any excuses. I don't know, I just fell out of it, and that happens. But it doesn't mean that you have to be done forever, and definitely for me, I am not done. In fact, if you're following me on Instagram, you know that I'm already challenging myself to journal every single day this year, and I'm really excited about it, but I'm going to talk about that more in my 2018 setup. So then we have December 2017, and then my gratitude log for that. And then I did a little Christmas shopping list breakdown over here. And then some of the Christmas gifts that I received, I just wrote those down on this list here. It's really important to me to reflect and express my gratitude for all of the things I receive in my journal, and so that is what this is about. And then I just did some memories around this little snowflake here from December, and then said farewell to that month and to 2017. And then my final page, which I love the way this turned out so much, is just my year in review. This turned out so well, guys. I'm really proud of this page, and I love that it actually came entirely from my own brain. I didn't copy anybody else's page for this. So I just wrote 2017 in review, and then all of the months around as like a border, and then there's these little lines breaking off from each of the months that end at these dots, and at each of those dots there is a significant memory from that month. And the one I used for these is the memory planning. I'll just hold it up here so you guys can see it. So that's kind of just my year in review. You can see all of the major things that happen. I use those fun stickers, some major dates I put down as well with those little documented stickers. And yeah, guys, I just love this spread, and it's just a really fun way to wrap up your year and reflect on the major things that happened, and just a really nice spread to end your journal on. So that is everything. And then I just did a little quick goodbye of 2017, and then your adventure waits in 2018. And so guys, that is my 2017 journal. Thank you guys so much for watching. So you can see all of the fun pages when you put them all together. It looks like that. I just love when it's a super chunky monkey bullet journal, whatever you want to call it. I just love it so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. Be sure to check out my 2018 setup, which if I haven't already shared, I will be sharing very soon, so keep an eye out. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you're just checking it out for the first time. Hit that little bell if you want to get notified when I make new videos. And be sure to follow me on Instagram, where I'm going to be sharing daily journaling all throughout 2018, so you don't want to miss it. Alright guys, I'm so excited for this coming year, and I just am so grateful for everything we accomplished together in 2017. I cannot say how grateful I am for you. Truly, you are a blessing to me. Thank you. I love you. Bye!